This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So we're going to take here a look here at crude oil and natural gas, and I'm also going to take a look here at some seasonality charts for crude oil and for natural gas. But first, we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin and coin. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Bitcoin daily chart and your coin daily chart. You can see they're pretty much a similar, very similar charts. Let's see what we got. Now, we had a huge run, but I told you we were looking for that 74. Okay, let me see if I can get that up here. Yeah, this is what we're looking for here, way back here. Okay, we're looking for that 74, 415. I said we have this energy that builds up. When you break that energy, she just blasts and she rips higher. I said she's going to 100 grand, and she overshot it just by a little bit. Okay, so here's what we have for Bitcoin here. Now, everybody's talking about, okay, it's going to close over 100 grand here by the end of the year, and it very well possibly be. And if you do, then you're going to go to that 110,000. That's going to be where you're actually going to go. Now, again, we got to see if it's actually going to do that. So what we're watching here right now is we're watching this 8 SMA here. Okay, so you're looking at 96, 428. That's going to be key. And then we're going to look at the top of today's candle at 97, 395. Now you can see where it ran up, but now we're right back below that 8 simple moving average, okay? But then we go to today's high at 97, 395 level, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to come right up here to the top of this candle here, okay? We'll look right there. No, first of all, we're going to look right here, okay? You're looking at 99, 565. And then we're going to come up to the top here at this candle here. You're looking at 99,575, and then we're going to have that 100,070, and then you got 100,315 level. Okay, so this is your breakout level. You have to close above this. You can't just pop above it. You got to close above it. That's the key. So when we made this high right here of 100,170, we went up a little bit higher, but then you notice here that's almost like a double top situation. So you got to be just a little bit careful here, and then she's coming right on down here. So just watch this 8-day. That's going to be very, very crucial on a closing basis. Once we can break that, then that's when we're going to be looking for the tops of these candles, that 99,575, that 100,170, and then that 100,315 level. And I'll break above that. Again, that's going to be your target. Is going to be at 110,000. That's going to be what I would think that it's going to go to, okay? But you got to get above that 8-day. Now, on the downside, what we want to watch yesterday's low, okay? So you're looking at 95,270. Then we'll watch today's low at 94,435, okay? Then what we can do is we just follow these candles all the way on down here. Okay, you got 91,475. We have all the way down here is you got 97,85. And then we have this 21-day here down to 88,853. I know those are big-ass numbers, ain't they? But now I want to show you here this gap. So if this is all lost, yeah, we can follow the candles, but realistically, you probably go down to this gap, okay? So you want to look at that 80,670. There's your gap. And then we'll look to the top of this candle, 77,930. There's your fill. So this would be key support level. If that's lost, then we come right to the top of that candle right there, that's 77,930, and then we can have your 50-day at 75,504. Now, a lot of times this is that, when you have a big run-up like this, and I know this is all becoming popular, and, you might be going to regulate it and all this kind of stuff, but sometimes that can be buy the rumor and sell the news kind of a situation. So just be very, very careful. Unless you close above that 100,315, well, again, then that's a buying opportunity, and you can take that to 110,000. Okay. Now we look here at the RSI. You can see where it suggests is way, way overbought conditions. Now we're just holding in here very, very strongly. Your green just went right below your red here a little bit, but let's just see how this all shakes out. This can pinch and go sideways here for quite a while. Yeah, because Bitcoin is definitely in play. Now, we take a look here at the old Coinski, okay? Now, you can see just sideways action here, very, very nicely. And as long as we're holding this key 21-day, okay, that 288.88, we're looking really good, okay? So that's what you want. Now, again, I want to point out to you that that's lost here. We have this gap, just like we have this gap down here, okay, on coin. You're looking all the way down here now. You're looking at 221.11. There's your gap. And then we'll look to the top of this candle here at 197.25, your gap and your fill. So if this area here is lost and you lose that 21-day, this is going to be really good support levels here if it comes all the way on down there. Not saying it's going to, but you always want to watch them gaps. That's very, very key. Now, upside, You can see this 8-day just doesn't know what the hell it wants to do here. Okay, but we just have just this sideways action. So you want to watch today's high. You're looking at 314.43, and then we can come over here. You're looking at 316.30, and then we'll come up to the top of this candle, 317.46, and then we can just start racking this bad boy up here. Okay, you got a high of 330. Then you want to always go to the left of the chart there. You're looking at 334.86, and then your big retest at 341.75. So if Bitcoin breaks out of this level right here, this 100,315, coin is going to follow it, and this is your breakout level at 341.75. You close above that, obviously 350 is next, and then you can rally probably all the way up to that 400 area. Depends on what Bitcoin is actually doing here, okay? Now, there's no divergence here. This is just basically a sell-off kind of situation. Green below your red. That's really not telling you much here. Just that the momentum basically is on the downside. It isn't on this upside situation here, okay? So just watch that 8-day. And then I say, if you can crack above, just watch the top of these candles, and then watch here to the left. That's always key. Okay, that 334.86, and then 341.75. That's a breakout. Close above, she's going to rip. Same way here with Bitcoin. Close above, she's going to rip. Okay, let's take a look here now at a couple seasonality charts. Okay, here we have Crude seasonality chart. Now I had a post there here on my site that they wanted to know where I could, where you could find these. Just go right here, equityclock.com. Okay, now you can punch up anything. I don't care if it's crude oil, if it's natural gas, if it's gold, if it's silver, if it's a NASDAQ, the Dow, whatever you want. It's all right there for you. Just go right here. Or you can go onto my playlist, okay, anytime, and I have all the seasonality charts right on my playlist for you. And I also have on there on charting different patterns that you can follow, candlesticks. Just click on the playlist. It's all right there, anytime at your convenience. Okay, so let's take a look here at the old crude ski. Now I can see here where we have this sell-off period. But this is what I'm always talking about right here, is when we get to like that first week or so in December. Okay, then what we do is they'll come right up here and we get this nice rally going in here until like the first week, couple days there of January, okay? So we got to see how it's going to shake out a little bit different. Now remember that OPEC meeting is on Thursday. That's why crude is running up here a little bit there today. Actually looking pretty good. I'm long the UCO. So we got to see how that's all going to shake out on Thursday. They look like they're going to delay any kind of till after the first quarter now, I guess, in 2025 about adding any kind of a crude oil to the system here. Okay, but when you look at the seasonality chart, you can see where it comes right on down. Okay, that first week of December, this is what I'm talking about. Then it rallies up here until that January. Then what we do is this goes flat ski. Okay, you got a little flat, and this is where I usually buy it here. Is the first, second week of February. Okay, I'll go long crude oil. Okay, I go long the big oil companies, XLE, the ETF that's got all the big oil companies in it, and I go long gasoline because obviously she'll rip right on up here going into that summer driving period. Now, this is going to be a little bit different this year because we've got a new president of the United States, and he does not like high oil prices. He likes, low oil prices, big production, because he knows that's a tax to people at the pump. Okay, so we got to be a little bit careful. Remember, always remember, who's ever in office, you have to trade accordingly. But if you look at the seasonality here, looks like this is a nice, good buying opportunity, at least till January, and then flat ski, and then we got to see how she's going to take right on off. Okay, let's look at a natural gas one. Okay, here we have the seasonality here on the old natty gas. Now, this is usually where you get that hurricane season usually will come into play, and then natural gas will start taking off after that, which obviously it did. But again, you can have this rally up here in natural gas, but it doesn't seem like it is going just the opposite this year on the old natty gas. But then when you can see where the futures are. If you look at the futures, we're in the January contract right now, but when you start looking at the February, it's lower, March is lower, April, it's lower. So it doesn't look like you're going to get this big kind of a rally going on here in the natty gas. Now, next year is going to be different because he wants to open up that LNG, 13 pipelines. He wants to continue on that. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. If they do, there'll be a big kind of demand, I would say huge demand for the natural gas product then, okay? So this is where we are, and then what you want to do is in the mid-December here is sell this all the way on down, because you can see what happens here when you get to the January, February here, okay? You can see how low these contracts are already, and this is what's going to happen all the way on down here until we can get, like, say, if you got a hot summer going, then we can run up here because of all the air conditioners and all the plants that have to be running, kind of a situation. So again, if you want to look up anything, just go equityclock.com. If not, go right on my playlist there, click it on. Everything is sitting right there for you. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and at natural gas. Okay, here we have the old Crude ski. Okay, so what do we got here? Daily chart, go looking here. Okay, sideways action, but we're still in that downtrend. Now, if you can see, what we had is all these topping tail situations. This is just like all kind of a noise, doesn't know what it wants to do. You got indecision candles, you got topping tail candles, you got a whole lot of nothing going on here. But today we made this higher high. Okay, so always I say, when you watch my video this morning, watch yesterday's low. That's 67.71. That was key. And what do we have today? 67.91. Okay, so we're holding this area here very, very nicely. Now you can see this nice big ass green candle. So now we're above right there. We're above right now 69.32. That's that 8-day. We're above this 69.52. I mean, that's a 21-day. And your 8-day here, what are we sitting at? I'm all mixed up here. Okay, 69.32 and then 69.52. Now, your next target here obviously is going to be right there. It's going to be this 50-day at 70.46. So we got to see if it gets there, what is the reaction going to be once it gets there, okay? Is it going to be like this here and then the next day it breaks through, or it's going to be like a topping tail and come right on down situation, okay? So you got to be very, very careful. 50 days, very, very strong resistance. So we got to take a look at this. So this is what we're looking for, is that 70.46. Now, again, we can crack above that. Then we're going to have right here is going to be 71.51. That's the target we're looking for. Then we're going to come over to the top of this candle at 72.25. And then we're going to look here at 72.47. And then the top of this candle right here, which is 72.88, which is basically that price channel sitting at 72.88 level. Okay, if it gets there. Now, again, we have a downtrending market here where you have a high, lower high, lower high, lower high. That doesn't mean that it's going to get there. It could stop right at that 50-day, and that downtrending pattern is still very, very much intact. So always remember that. So when you hit that 50-day, a lot of times if you can't get through it, I take some of my trade right on off here and then see what happens, okay? So always think about money in your pocket. Okay, so you don't get to bottom, you don't get to top, so what? Okay, you got the money in the middle. That's what you're here for, okay? Now, RSI, sit at 51, plenty of room to run. Your green here just doesn't know what to do. It just blah, 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 all the way through here. So it looks like it wants to curl up. We've got to see how this all shakes out. But right now, we've got a very, very nice candle. So on the downside, if you can't hold it, just watch that 21-day. Very, very key, 69.52. Watch that 8-day, 69.32. And then obviously watch yesterday's low. That's very crucial. That's 67.71. If that's lost, here's your target at 66.53 level. Okay, let's take a look here now at Natgas. Oh, look at Natgas. Down goes Frazier. Look at this here, hey? I got a little KOLD short going, and I still have it on right now. Okay, it got as low as 65.79, and you're sitting at 68.60, 68.68 right now. So I got a trade going here. I'm going to see if it's going to touch down to this 21-day simple moving average here. Okay, so I got a stop loss on there at 68 flat. So we're going to see it's sitting at 68.36 right now. Okay, so we got to see how this is all going to shake out. Now, a lot of times when I put a stop loss, I put it on it almost like a flat number, like 68, because usually it will come down. It comes down. If it sells off, it comes out like 68.05 or something like that, and it doesn't stop you out. Then it has a possibility of running up. Now, you do just the opposite when it's running up. You never look at that round number, say 68. Just for example, okay, you want to sell it at like say 65.90, because a lot of times it will not, get up to that mark. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to. So always live a little variance. Just do the opposite. When you're stop loss versus like when you're selling. Now, this is what we're looking for right here. You're sitting right down at 3.07, which is basically just look at the bottom of the candle. What we got? 3.07. Your next target right here is what it's going to be. It's going to be 3.058. That's going to be your next target. And then we're going to have right here is going to be 3.01. Okay, so always look to the left of the chart. That's exactly where she's going to be going. 307, what do you got? 307. Then right there, 305. And then we're going to come down to that nice 21-day. And then we got to see what the reaction is when it gets there. Does it blow through and then follow these candles all the way down here till we get to the 50-day? Or does it just hold that and then we rally up towards that 8-day? Now, what I don't like about this chart here is we were trading this range between the 8-day and that 3.56 level, okay? Very, very nice. However, now you're below that 8-day. When the price is below that 8-day, now you're going to be trading this range here between the 21-day. If she rips up, you're going to be looking at maybe that 8-day at best, okay? So always remember that now. Now we're not trading this. Now we're trading this to this level, okay? So watch this 21-day. Very, very key, 3.01. Okay, if it can hold it, then we can take a scalp ski and maybe take a right back up here. Now on the upside, okay, what you want to watch is this. We want to watch just the opposite. Watch yesterday's low, okay, that 3.148, very, very key, okay. Then watch the bottom of this candle here, 3.175. Then watch today's high, 3.21, and then we're going to come right into that 8-day at 3.27. That is going to be, now you can see here where we had this nice green candle. It closed above it. This is why in natural gas, I don't take it overnight because I don't trust this thing for shit. So, and then it came down. It couldn't get through that 8-day. And now we have this big ass red candle, lower low, not good. Okay. So right now we're going to be trading the 21-day to the 8-day. That's our trading range right now. We've got to see if it holds. If it doesn't hold, then we have the 050 coming below. Now, this looks like here is on a downswing. There's no divergence, but it's coming on down to 52. You're on a downslide. And this here does not look good. Looks like it's rolling over, just like we had here. And then we know what happens, okay? But we had this double top situation going on here. So this is really like no big surprise. But I just trade it both the ways, long, short, every day, because it always gives you a chance to get in. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after the pit close, and we'll take a look at crude and natural gas, and then we'll see what else is going to be going on. Now, remember, the API report is going for crude oil will be out today at 4:30 in that OPEC meeting on Thursday. Very, very key. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.